gonna go? Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop board game every 2 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on the weekdays. And today I'm very excited to be checking out Cypress Legacy, the board game. This is one of the newest tabletop games released currently on Kickstarter. They have raised $522, and it is an adventurous and competitive game for 2 to 6 players based on the Cypress inheritance. Now, the first thing I want to mention is that I'm not that impressed with this main image right here. Like, just this unused space right here. Put that you ship internationally, or put the price, or put what type of game it is, or the player count, or something on the side. Because right now, it looks very, very generic. It's like there's a woman with a sword, and I'm also, Cypress, the next thing we got to talk about, $175,000 goal. That is insanely high. I expect either just an absolutely massive, blow-my-mind amount of minis in this, or you to be attached to some insanely popular IP. For instance, Batman, The Dark Knight, was a Cryptozoic game that came out last month, and they asked for $150,000. They had the Batman license. This has Cypress Inheritance Saga, so I am very curious as to why they need $175,000 to make this. But let's get into it. What? Bold strategy there, Cotton. Let's see how it pays off for him. What the hell was that? So generally, these videos are here to tell us about the game. So, first thing, as always when I go into these, I'm thinking, do I want it? Can you do it? And how much is it? Those are the 3 things. Based off the video, hopefully you can get me to be convinced of one of those. Right now, no. I guess you kind of did can you do it because you showed yourself printing something. Like, what is this? Why? Just 18 seconds of, like, a fancy-looking printer. I'm befuddled. Alright, so 16 created, 1 backed. Wow. So they know what they're doing. This is not their first rodeo. Okay, so can you do it? Hopefully will be a good thing. No collaborators here. That always concerns me. So let's check out the 16 created. Make sure that none of these projects were flaming dumpster fires. So Cypress Inheritance Media franchise. What does that mean? Cypress Inheritance Multimedia franchise. What? Cypress Inheritance Multimedia franchise. Cypress Legacy, the board game tabletop board game. The board game tabletop games board game. What the hell? Cypress Legacy, the board game tabletop games board games. These are so confusing. Cypress Legacy, the board game. Like this was canceled on the. It was canceled the same day. Cypress Legacy PC VR multiplayer game. What the? No. Cypress Legacy board game. How much did you ask for here? I'm so Cypress Legacy, the board game canceled. Cypress Legacy, Cypress Library. So what the hell is Cypress Library? There's so much. Cypress Inheritance is this? I'm assuming you changed the name. Cypress Inheritance video game. So it started off as a video game, but is a thriller designed to be. So okay, what the hell did we just stumble into here? So obviously, as always, I rate these things a 0, a 1, or a 2. 2 means back it for the whale. 1 means back it for $1, or get the early bird, come back in the last 48 hours, and make your decision then. 0 means just keep on clicking. So I will say right now, if you are seriously considering backing this, I'm going to give it a 0. I do not trust this in any way, shape, or form. This looks so bad. And maybe the rest of the Kickstarter is going to completely wow me. But no. All right, so let's start. So Cypress Inheritance was the original idea, and it was 2012. Wow. Okay, $250,000 for the video game. 0. Okay. There's a game trailer. I want to watch the game trailer. No, I want to watch the game trailer. So it started off as a video game that was going to have someone from okay. That's a start. And then it turned into, that's still the video game. So this one failed in July. They came back in September to try it again. So that one is this one, okay. And this time they only had $100,000 goal, and it looks like about the same Kickstarter. Yes, about the same Kickstarter. So after that, they just said, you know what? We're going to scrap that. We're going to go with the video game. Okay, no, we're going to go with the board game. We're going to turn it into a board game because with a board game, we only need $35,000. So they have this amazing idea that they absolutely love, and that actually looks good. Like, if this was... I want to see more of this. This looks fun. $35,000 actually seems like somewhat of a realistic goal. So what do we got going on here? This is... Oh, that's cool. That's really neat. Okay, beta testing. This looks great. This is what I want to see, hopefully, in yours. But wow, I can't unsee the other things that I've seen. I love seeing playtesting and different people, and this is great. All right, so let's get back. Let's get back. Maybe we can revisit there a little bit later. Not now. Shut your mouth, vertical tabs. We have taken a lot of time to get to the point and made many changes to the game to get it ready to produce and sell. We did try to market the game too early and tried a few times here before having completed. But it is done now, and we have also been sending a few of the first production units with a few more to send. What does that mean? Where have you been sending them? The company has worked on several products, but we have spent a great deal of time going over and over this game, going through several iterations. Didn't you already say that? As well, taking a lot of time getting the production quality where we want it to be. This is an odd one. We now have it done, but we don't want to get marketing going, establish a base, and start getting inventory. But we do. Oh, we do want to. Okay. We would appreciate your support and think you could enjoy Cypress Legacy. So the Standard Edition and Premium Edition. So that is just such an absolutely generic, like that box, just at least to me, just looks insanely generic. All right, so what is this? This is the actual game. Okay, so this is I do like I'm seeing the exact size of the box. So it looks like it's going to be Pandemic-y sized. Ooh. Very nice. This is this is much better than your first video. Like, honestly, this is not a great Kickstarter video right here, but this is way better than the 18 seconds you have up there. I would put this up top. Because this, can you do it? Yes. This is now a resounding yes to can you do it, which is what you need. You need a win right from the jump. Because if anybody takes a look at those past projects, it's probably going to turn them off immediately. Okay, I'd like to know what quality those are. We're also upside down, aren't we? Yeah, I think we're upside down. Oh, double-sided with different languages? Cool. So this is a good unboxing, aside from the upside down. There we go. Right side up. Awesome. This is what I want to see. Like, this is what people want to see right here. That's great. If you just had that as your video, I wholeheartedly recommend that. And now we got pictures of the... What is this? Is this actually... Are those the actual components, or is this Tabletop Simulator? It's hard to tell. Because if that's the actual components, that looks great. $175,000, not $175,000. Great. We need to achieve 175,000 gold. This will need to help stitch a good base and get everything underway to begin having a solid inventory and flow. We are offering both the standard and premium edition at a reduced price in this campaign. Below are the few of the production shots. Okay. Cool. Tell me about the game. Whatever, you know where would be a great spot to tell me about the game? That video, that 18-second video where you showed me printing. Okay. That doesn't look that impressive. Like, neither that box does not wow me in any way, shape, or form. It looks like you took a picture and just, like, glued it on there. Like, you can view more about the game at this website. Okay. Including the standard edition. Nobody wants to read this. 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 And now you're going to put pictures of everything? No. No. Just get a graphic designer. Fiverr somebody that can do one of the other Kickstarter shots. Because if you go to go look at the 5 most popular Kickstarter board games right now. I guarantee you at least 2 or 3 of them are going to have the shot where it lists the components and then it has them all displayed out. It looks really good and really awesome. And this is why, because this looks bad. Like, this just does not, I don't want to look at any of that. The pictures I do. Pictures are nice. Okay, but this, then we're back to this. No, thank you. Stop it. Stop, please. Thank you. Okay. Don't do it again. Close up the game board. But look at that. That looks so nice. Like, I see... Okay. So how... my brain is immediately going into salesman mode. I don't believe this is one that I would back. Just because it's $175,000. It's so much money. But if I'm trying to convince people to back the $175,000 game, you need to be focused on this. This video needs to be talking about how this is absolutely the most deluxe freaking game that you have ever seen, and it's based on this absolutely spectacular book. I don't know if the book ever actually got made. I didn't see any successful Kickstarters in there, because this is supposed to be a book, right? Oh my gosh, this is so confusing. The idea for Cypress Inheritance started with the creation of a movie script. I thought it was a video game. Then this brought about the idea of using the story as a basis for other products. These range from a game app to a myriad. So, did the movie ever actually get made? Is there no book? I thought there was a book. All these productions evolved from the story and are currently being revised for a higher quality re-release. We are excited to have the board game completed. It's not oh wait, it is, you mean done. Okay, I was going to say, you haven't produced it, and still working on completion of the first novel in the series, Cypress Inheritance. So I feel like the only way that this is ever going to possibly work, if you're going with $175,000 freaking dollars, is to make it just like you can be at the very beginning of this epic book series. We're releasing the board game, we're releasing the book, because the book was just so, it was overflowing with story that we had to throw it all into the board game, and you can't, I mean, if you really want to get a true sense for the book, then you need to play the board game and vice versa. Like, and you say, we're going to autograph every single copy of the book once it released, we can give you the first chapter, you release the first chapter, and you get those big whales, those people that got lots of money, that love reading or / love board games, you know, make $100,000+ a year, and they say, all right, I want to be at the forefront of this, because if this gets big, I can have like this, I have this thing that I can show off and brag. And let's be quite frank, there's a good chance you know someone like that in your life. And that's not a bad thing, but that's the only way I see you getting to $175,000. Because that's such a hard sell. Like, nobody's asking for that much money. Like, did the people who made board game tables even ask for that much? I know there was like this huge Kickstarter where they made these amazingly spectacular board game tables. Did they even ask for $175,000? It's just, it's so much. Okay, you can visit our site. Yeah, this should be clickable. Risks and challenges. We've gone through many challenges and challenges. We've gone through many changes and challenges since the inception of the company. So you didn't tell me anything about shipping. Oh my god, how much is the game? $105. Are you kidding me? $105. That is then $545 for the premium edition. Down! Woo! Down from $745. Lordy, look at the value. That's a $200 value. Oh my gosh, no. Just no. There's no way in hell that version of the game cost you $545 to make. That tells me that you did not shop around if it does. Or that you're making an insanely high print run. You're like, oh, we're going to make 10,000 of it. Yeah, if you're going to make 10,000 of your first game, then yeah, you might need $175,000. But no, this is such a hard zero. Like, this is something that you should add. Like, this Kickstarter is the kind of Kickstarter you should look at. You should just look at and just learn from. Because there is, like, that video, like, who thought that this video was better than the actual unboxing video? Like, if you're going to try and sell me a $105 game and you're not even going to tell me what the shipping, oh, the shipping, okay, so it is there, $130. Good on you. Good on you, but you should mention that shipping is included automatically over there. Like, this shot right here. This shot, I will say, I think if you got to show off how nice this looks. I think that's the key here. Because if you're $545, no. So let's check out the comment. There's one comment. Want to thank the backers for getting us started. Also, we loaded a few more images of the premium edition. I feel like they didn't run their numbers at all, and the lack of polish on the page is a big red flag to me. Yeah, this one's so obvious. Like, it's just... Okay. So this has been today's Kickstarter critique. But if you want to stick around, so first and foremost, if you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below as I'm trying to get to 9,000 subscribers, celebrate my 9-year anniversary. But I'm going to go on this adventure a little bit, and I'm going to try and see what has changed. Like, so they're saying it started off as a movie script they were writing, and then they decided to turn the movie script into the video game. When they tried to raise $100,000, that did not work, so they came back and they lowered the goal, correct? Yeah, no, they raised it to $250,000, and then they said, okay, that's too much. Let's go into the board game, $335,000. And yeah, so yeah, this Kickstarter actually looks good. Like, if you just copy pasted this up here, this could get backed. Let's check these prices first. So it went from being a $40 game to a $105 game. Wow. There was posters, there was mugs, and I see what you're leaning into here. You're trying to make it into like this big thing, and I get that. I appreciate that. And then we take a left turn to the Cypress Library, which I don't know what this is. Okay, library of content, including HTML5 games, downloadable games, and exclusive content to story on our main site. What does any of that mean? So I'm just getting content about a thing. Hey... Oh. Now this video, I'm intrigued. This looks cool. Premium member only. No plugins required. That's nice. Just open up on your browser. High quality games. No need to download. No additional charges or fees. Cypress Library. I don't know what to say about that. $1. So it looked like there was T-shirts too. There was the board game shirt for the board game that didn't get made, but you could still buy the shirt and you could buy the game. Wait, how the hell? Oh, so this included the game. So you tried. Wait, what? What? You asked for $7,000. What the hell is going on here? You needed $105. You needed $35, and now you're saying at the $7,000 goal, I can get your game. Is that what I said? I'm pretty sure that's what it said. The board game. No, that's a board game T-shirt. Another T-shirt, and you will receive our Cypress Inheritance. Yeah, so they're saying 2 T-shirts and a board game for $50. Oh my god! Yes, this is making my head hurt as well. What the hell is going on here? Okay. We're not done. There's more. Of course there's more. This rabbit hole just keeps going. Okay. I don't want to get lagged here. Close out the tabs. Close out the tabs. I wasn't expecting to have this many tabs open. Okay. So where were we? We were at the HTML5 games, and then we turn it into a library of story-driven games. Additionally, a fantastic board game for $3,000! What the hell? How are you going to make the game for $3,000? What the... What? I don't... Okay, this is... Okay. So this is the Cypress Library, which is once again games, so $1. Then you get... This is if you want a t-shirt. And then where's the board game? There's your board. Nope, that's not the board game. Is there a board game? Yeah, there's a board game. For $80. And then we get to the board game. Okay, we're going to power through this. I'm going to do it. Here we go. All right, Cypress Legacy, the board game, cancel. $80,000 goal. That's a great image. Like, that's a good image. This should still be somewhere on your Kickstarter page, I do believe. That's a very solid image. Okay. No video. That's an immediate no bueno for me. $80,000 posters, mugs, those are add-ons. Throw those on as add-ons. I know this is 2017. It's a different time period, but still. Then we come back with a board game. Now, here's my question. You came back 6 days later, and this one you actually came back 1 day later. Oh my God, we're still going. Okay. Whew. Here we go. We looked at this one, so now we're on to this one. All right, so it's right there. What do we got? Once again, this is not a bad shot right there. You still need a video. You gotta have a video. Like, you have videos. Like, why? Just put this video. Yeah, it's not really a good video for it either. But put on, like, that's good that you have gameplay videos. That's great. Put them on your Kickstarter page. So then we turn it into a PC VR multiplayer game. What? Oh no. Discover a new way to experience tabletop gaming with Cypress Legacy, the board game for PC and VR for the $375,000 goal. And no story! What the hell is this? Budget being met. What does that mean? What? What? Cypress Legacy. With this reward, receive Steam code for Cypress Legacy. Okay. A video? Anything? Budget being met? What are you doing? Everyone can see this. Like, you know that, right? Like, people, like, I would just start a new one, to be honest with you. And this one, you launched it, but then you canceled it.
I'm sorry.
Okay, so this is better.
It's okay, you can still play. Well, no, now I'm going to use that. Well, no, I'm not. I'm going to use orange. Now I do.
Okay. So here's my recommendation. This sounds so self-serving, but I have a Fiverr level where I will walk you through what you probably need to do if you actually want to make a tabletop game. I've done it once myself, and I've talked to literally hundreds of thousands of people about it, as I've done like interviews and stuff like that. Or just start reading. Just read the 3 links down there. Go check out Jamie Stegmeier's blog. Read it. Read everything about that, about making board games. Or Richard Bliss's Funding the Dream podcast. And when he does board game episodes, listen to those. Go spend a week and just listen to a bunch of those. Read those. And you will come back and do another Kickstarter with go shopping too on your manufacturing. Like, figure out what you're doing. Because you have, like, I'm sure if you compiled all the pictures and images and graphics and videos that you have in the other 15 of these, then you could totally do that. Also, you know, why not say, hey, with this board game, we also have this HTML5 thing. We're going to throw it in for free. I don't know. Maybe sweeten the deal with that. Maybe don't. I don't know. It's such a weird thing. But here we go. So the tabletop board games. So we got to the board games, the Cypress Legacy board games. So they must have accidentally launched and then relaunched, I'm going to guess. That's the only thing that makes sense to me, right? Like, that's the only thing. But then they also relaunched on the 7th. So there was 1, 2, 3, 4. They launched 4 times in 3 days. That does not look good. Like, it just doesn't. Okay. But there was like a year. Look, there's a year gap between this one to that one. It's like they just like this idea. They're like, we'll leave it. Well, we'll come back to it in a year. And then when they did come back to it in a year, they came back to it so hard. We're getting back to it. And then February 7th, and then March 9th. So what's the difference between the February 7th and the March 9th one? $50,000 goal. That's a realistic goal. Okay, realistic goal. Let's check out the February 9th. That's $50,000, and you raised $1,200. Okay. Example of player versus player. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. You need talking here. This should absolutely have talking. Oh, it's muted. Nope, it's just not. No, talking would be great here. Like, this is good. This is excellent. You see, that's what I'm saying. There's so much information in all 16 of these Kickstarters. If you compiled them together, they would have the power of 16 Kickstarters, but harnessed into one Kickstarter, and that is how you achieve the Cypress Legacy. Or, no, Cypress Inheritance. Cypress Legacy. Ha ha ha! Like, that's what you need to do. Cypress Inheritance, the multimedia franchise. What the hell is this? A media franchise from video games, PC, console, and VR board games to novel and graphics. So is this where they're trying to sell their idea? Is they're like, hey, we got this banging idea. We ran all these Kickstarters for, we're going to sell you this idea. Tell me this is not what's going on here. Okay, that can't be right. I don't think Kickstarter will let you do it. So what is this? There's no video, so I immediately don't know. And this does not tell me. And now we're talking novels and graphic novels. Okay, so novels and graphic novel series have entered the equation. The idea for Cypress Harris, a multimedia theme, started with the creation of a movie script in 2011, and in the beginning of 2012, the idea of using the story as the basis of a mobile game app came into play. The game app was the beginning of a myriad of other products developed, including PC and VR game, novel series, as well as a board game, to name a few. All these products evolved from the story, but were not up to standards they needed to be, currently all being revised for a higher quality re-release. So every single thing that we have done so far has not been up to snuff, but this one will be. I don't know if I'd even tell people that. Like, how many people don't go and look at the 16 created? How many people just say, oh wow, 16 created, they know what the hell they're doing. Cool. Like, you could potentially get a lot of people doing that. Because when you see a number like 16, you don't expect all 16 to fail generally. And I'm not saying that in a negative way, I'm just saying that look at the numbers. Like, you just don't expect that to happen. So 16 created, and here's the other thing, one backed, go back. So now I'm kind of helping, I'm really trying to help you here. Go back about 30 or 40 things for $1 a piece. If you don't have 30 or $40, go back 30 or 40 things for $1 a piece that are going to fail. Products such as yours, no offense, but, and then all of a sudden it says 16 created, 40 backed, and people are even less likely to click right here because this is your death spot. Like, if you bang it out, if you do a spectacular video, and then you just wow them here with the price, and you say, all right, here's this board game, it's spectacular, it's the most premium game you're ever going to see, don't ask for $545, but maybe ask for, $100, and show off that wood and that felt on the inside. If you do that, and you put the price right here, and the shipping, nice, clean, and clear, people go for that video, then they go right here, and then they go over here, they spend their money, and then, boom, they're gone. And honestly, with you, I would not even recommend putting in stretch goals. Don't have daily unlocks. Give them no reason to come back to your Kickstarter page. Because if they come back to your Kickstarter page, and they click right here, game over, baby. It's game over. Like, we got to be real, we got to be honest with ourselves. So your best strategy, great video, immediately to the price, and maybe not ask for $100,000+. The idea for Cypress Inheritance, so this is where you can get all the stuff. This is File 9. What is File 9? Oh, this is the VR game trailer. What in the hell? Oh my gosh, I'm excited. I love VR. No! Come on. Cypress Inheritance. Trademark. Good thing you trademarked. File 9. This looks cool. Okay. This looks hot. Perhaps you might have wanted to put this on the VR video that you made. It had nothing. But maybe that was a mistake that you launched that. I don't know. This looks cool. Like, this actually looks good. Yeah, that looks like fun. I would play that. Totally play that. That's a great start. I'll be honest with you. That's a great start. I would have put that earlier. What I honestly would do, if you were going to go this specific route, is interweave shots of the VR with those really nice quality components for the board game. And then look at this. So this is all about the VR. Like, the VR has taken a front seat here. This looks great. Okay, this could just be like a cutscene. That looks like a straight-out cutscene. Okay, whatever. $20. This is the board game. $70. $185. What is this? A statue? I feel like Steve Harvey right now, from the board game, or not for the like what, where there's a statue. I gotta check out the statue. Like, we gotta see where. All right, is this the statue? Lorna written 6-scale statue. This is literally the picture, just cut out with like Photoshop and enlarged up. Okay, do you have any of the molds? Nope, nothing. Okay, $185 for a statue you can see a picture of. For a series that does not exist. Like, you have to be more self-aware. Right? You can't not realize what all of this looks like. Right? Like, my first piece of advice would be either A, do what I already said, which is go back 40 things for $1 and try and get people to not click on that 16 created, or next time it would be 17 created. Or B, just start a whole new Kickstarter page. Set up a new email address. Cypress, and yeah, it's easy, because look, Cypress Inheritance is right here. You're not Cypress Inheritance. Go to Cypress Legacy. And then go back 40 things for $1. It'll say 0 created. It'll be 1 created, 40 backed, and then ask for a reasonable goal, and you can make a board game, and then you can ride the pony from the board game to the VR. We made this awesome board game. It's released. It's awesome. It's spectacular. It's incredible. But we've been working on this VR experience as well. And check it out. It's going to be amazing. And then you'll have the pre-existing people. Because I know a lot of people in board games are into VR. Like, there's, you know, if you play board games, you have disposable income most of the time, which means VR, same thing. So I think that's a great path forward. But you're either going to need, I don't know. So this is the media franchise. So this was 3 days later. So what changed 3 days later? And then, so then the 2 years now has passed. And so now they let it sit for 2 years, and then they come back. I would be very interested to know what they've been working. What is this? This looks awesome. Is this, what is this? Why is this not on your Kickstarter video? It honestly feels like every single time, like, you clearly have a bunch of people working on this in some fashion. And it feels like you were just like, well, Dan didn't do a good Kickstarter page, so Greg, you're up. Stacy, you're next. Keith, you want to do one? I mean, they all feel just so disjointed. They all are just...
Which includes one of her grandfathers.
What am I watching? What is this? This looks like one of those VCR tape games.
There's much more for you to find than you
I guess you could say this profile has something of a legacy. Yeah, it really does. I almost feel like I should make it a separate video chronicling the legacy of the Cypress Legacy, because this is... But here's the thing. That brings up a great point. Maybe you lean into that. I don't know. I'm just throwing that out there. I mean, I don't even know where to go with this. So that is Cypress Legacy, the board game. This is quite obviously a 0 for me. I cannot recommend this at all. Just I mean, you've been watching. You can see why. But there you go. If you enjoy what I'm doing, please be sure to click on that subscribe button down below. And as always, thanks for your time, YouTube. Woo, that's a lot of tabs. Where's the one I need? There's the one I need. Bye-bye. Holy.